U.S. warships are heading to the coast of Lebanon as we speak. And it all is because of the death of this man. For those of you who do not know who I am, my name is Matt Tordio, and I'm a retired Green Beret, also the host of the Speak the Truth podcast over on YouTube. Long story short, that man was the number 2 inside of Hezbollah. He actually fell right underneath Nasrallah. This incident occurred just a few hours ago, and immediately following the incident, Hezbollah channels immediately started saying that it was false, that he in fact was not unalived, and that he had exited the building before. One of my sources inside Israel let me know that they actually did hit the guy and they were just waiting on biometrics. Well, just a couple minutes ago, Israel had announced that it is in fact him and that he is in fact gone. Hezbollah has vowed revenge, essentially saying that Haifa is now open season for them. That is a city in northern Israel, in case you're wondering. Yesterday, the U.S. Embassy inside of Lebanon made an announcement letting U.S. citizens know that they need to get out now or they're going to have to be stuck there for a while. Additionally, a couple days ago, Turkey came out and said that if Israel invades Lebanon, they may be going to war with Israel as well. Thus, U.S. warships are on their way to the coast of Lebanon as we speak. U.S. Navy warships are on their coast to the shores of Lebanon as we speak. 2,500 Marines, along with their Canadian brothers and sisters, if called upon, will enter Lebanon and assist in extracting U.S. and Canadian citizens, along with probably allies of other nations if... Now, all of this is following a rocket attack on Sunday, which pretty much sparked all of this, in which Hezbollah launched a rocket into the Golan Heights. It struck a soccer field, unalived about 12 children in between the ages of 10 and 20 years old. Over 20 people were wounded in the attack. In the days following that, we saw lots of armor moving up to the northern border of Israel, thus signaling a potential ground invasion. And it looks like game on.
The U.S. Embassy in Beirut, Lebanon has told U.S. citizens, get out now while you can, or be prepared to stay in place.
I recommend U.S. citizens develop a crisis plan of action and leave before a crisis begins. Regularly scheduled commercial transportation is always the best option while local communications and transportation infrastructure are intact and operating normally.
Now, there is a problem with that last statement, considering a lot of flights are being canceled out of Lebanon to and from Lebanon. And by the way, outside of the United States, a lot of other countries are also on a list of do not go to Lebanon or get out of Lebanon. And here are some more. Okay, so the big question, if you have all of these countries evacuating Lebanon to include the United States and saying, get out, is this a clear indication that something big is coming for Hezbollah? Well, it could be or it could not be, but I do want to point out Israel did say something big is coming and they will get revenge for those kids. And I do want to point out the U.S. already gave the green light and said, just don't make it too big. We don't want regional escalation. Here we go, the U.S. Embassy in Beirut, Lebanon.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Call HALAL, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, QADASH. That's giving all praise to the Most High, name of His only begotten Son, name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to our teachers, the elders, and apostles of Great Millstone, who taught us His truth and sincerity. Peace and salutations to the hopeful like scattered abroad. And this is going to be a quick update concerning the rumors of wars. Okay, Shalom to 144,000. We almost out of here, man. All right, we almost out of here. It says the New York Times. All right, and all these things that's happening, you know, all over the world, including, you know, with Israel and you know, Palestine and Hezbollah. All these things are lining up to bring in World War III. Okay, which really has already started. It just hasn't came to the shores of America yet, and it will. Okay, you got people, you know, over there that any day now, you know, or it's like any day they can get hit by a rocket, you know, blow up, children getting blown up. But this right here is the will of Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Okay, we in the time of great death and destruction. This ain't a time of peace. This is a time of war. It says the New York Times, it says Israel says it killed Hezbollah commander in airstrike near Beirut. The strike was in retaliation for a deadly rocket attack this weekend in the Golan Heights. At least 3 civilians were killed and 74 others wounded on Tuesday, Lebanese officials say. Now, with these rumors of wars. You really never know what's true and what's not true. Like they said that the pictures, or at first they said that the leader didn't die, he left, and then they said that he died. Who knows? All right, but the fact of the matter is that these things are all gearing up towards the Third World War. All right, all out war, which is going to be lead up until Armageddon. All right, and a day of nuclear annihilation for America and Israel. All right, it says a destroyed building in the southern suburbs of Beirut, Lebanon, after an Israeli strike on Tuesday. At least one person was killed. Right, so they're saying that this Hezbollah leader. All right, I read a little more. It says Hasmali Haniyeh, a top Hamas leader, was assassinated in Iran. Israel launched a deadly strike in a densely populated Beirut suburb on Tuesday, which this was yesterday, in retaliation for a rocket attack in the Israeli-controlled Golan Heights that it blamed Hezbollah for, and that killed 12 children and teenagers on a soccer field. The target of the Israeli strike in a southern suburb of Lebanon's capital was Fuad Shukar. It says a senior official who serves as a close advisor to the Hezbollah's leader, Hassan Nasrallah. I'm not going to try to pronounce all these names. According to 3 Israeli security officials who spoke on the conditions of anonymity to discuss sensitive details, the Israeli Defense Forces later said in a statement that its fighter jets had eliminated Mr. Shakur, but there was no confirmation from Hezbollah, the powerful Iran-backed group, and the chain could not be independently verified. Hezbollah has denied carrying out the attack on the Golan Heights on Saturday. The latest strikes were likely to fuel concerns that Israel's long-running conflict with the group could escalate into a full-blown war, even as Israel wages a military offensive against Hamas in the Gaza Strip after that group led a deadly assault on October 7th. So yeah, you get the picture. All right, it's a little more, but that's why I played those videos. All right, so here's a few pictures. All right, and this is they got this all over the internet of bodies being blown up, children getting blown up. All right, and these are all just the beginning, okay, of this place going down. All right, so let's grab a few more scriptures. It says, this is Mark chapter 13, verse 7. It says, and when ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, be ye not troubled, for such things must needs be, but the end shall not be yet. In the NLT it says, and you will hear of wars and threats of wars, but don't panic. So we're not supposed to panic. And personally, I'm not panicking. And you shouldn't panic either. You Israelites said, if you believe in Yahweh BAHASHAM, this is more exciting than anything, because this means that our salvation is near. But don't panic. This doesn't mean that World War III or nuclear bombs are going to rain on America tomorrow. This is all just gearing up towards that. It says, yes, these things must take place. So these things got to happen in order to get to the ultimate goal, right? Until the end. It says, but the end won't follow immediately. So this doesn't mean that we're going to be in the end tomorrow, or it's going to be missiles raining upon America tomorrow. We still got prophecies that got to take place, like the MOTB, Jacob's Trouble, the famine of hearing the word. That's pretty much, and there's a few more. But this means that things are going to speed up as well, though. Though it's not, you may not have those things that I just mentioned happening now, but they can happen, soon, and they're going to be back to back. It's going to speed up. It says, verse 8, nation will go to war against nation and kingdom against kingdom. There will be earthquakes in many parts of the world, and as well as famines. But this is only the first of the birth pains, with more to come. You see, so there's going to be more to come. Let me go into the KJV. It says, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be earthquakes in diverse places, and there shall be famines and troubles. These are the beginning of sorrow. So we are witnessing the beginning of sorrows right now. All right. It's going to get much worse. All right. Let me go into this word rumors.
Strong's G 189. Aka. Aka.
It says Aka. It says this is for rumors. It says hearsay, report, or rumor. So we're hearing these reports. You know, some of these things are fabricated. You know, some of these things are actually happening. But the fact of the matter is that we're hearing these things. So the fact that we're hearing these things, that's prophecy. It says hearing, the act, or the sense, or the thing heard, audience, ear, fame, which ye heard, hearing, preached, report, rumor. Okay, so there was a Salakia. But yeah, so there was a rumor that this guy had got killed, and it turned out that he did. You know, first they wasn't sure, they wasn't confirmed, but it turns out that he did. They tried to say, well, no, he had left earlier, but it turns out that he did. You know, this guy actually got blown up, okay, and or so they say, okay, because a lot of this stuff, man, it's hard to tell what's true and what's not anymore. But the fact of the matter is that this is right here shows you what time we're coming into. And people are saying, too, that this is going to cause the draft. You know, this is going to bring in a draft. You know, as we get closer into this war, they're going to start drafting people. And I saw a video earlier where you had people already getting letters. All right, people are already getting letters, you know, about a draft. All right, about be prepared for a draft and stuff like that. So, hey, we in that time, man. All right, we are in that time, and the Lord is about to really do something in the earth. You know, in these last days, he's about to really start showing his power in these last days, and it's going to get uncomfortable. You know, when you are in wartime, you know, the Constitution gets suspended. You know, you have no more rights. It's going to get very uncomfortable. This is why we're going to need the Lord, you know, with us. Also, I was just watching that movie. I just finally watched it. Just finished it. The movie Civil War. You know, we have an election going on here, and pretty much, that movie. You know, the southern states came up against the northern states. Okay, so they mentioned Texas, California, Florida. You know, they was coming up against the northern. The northern states. You know, to pretty much showed a picture of the country divided in half, and that's what we're already seeing here. All right, and you had the president that was going on there saying that, you know, it's okay, you know, they were winning, but the whole time they was losing. And then, you know, the whole premises of that movie by the end of the movie, which I hate to spoil it, but you should have already seen it by now. Like, I should have already seen it by now, but I just finished it. The whole thing about the movie was they were trying to kill the president, man. You know, the end of the movie was they killed the president. All right, so we coming into that time where it's going to be, you know, complete lawlessness out here. You know, Egyptian versus Egyptian. It's going to be already war in this country, much less in the rest of the world. So it says, Joel chapter 3, verse 9, it says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. And that's what's happening. These nations are preparing war. That's why you heard the guy, he said how all these countries was telling people to get out of Lebanon, telling their people to get out of Lebanon. All right. It says, wake up, because there's something about to go down over there. It says, wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. So these people, the mighty men, are getting ready for war. You know, you got, you know, the draft come, which a lot of these men nowadays, you know, they ain't trying to get drafted. They ain't trying to go fight. You know, they can't even fight. These people are, you know, don't even know which bathroom to use. You know, it says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I'm strong. So these nations are getting ready for war. You know, they're not spending their money on agriculture and, you know, taking care of their people. Now they're spending their money on weapons. Okay, nukes and tanks and stuff like that, man, to go to war. It says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahawah Bashim El Shai. So the Lord is gathering them in the spirit, man. All right. He's gathering them in the spirit, which is going to lead to World War III. It says, yep, we go right here. It says, verse 12, let the heathen be wakened and come down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is Yahweh Shaphat. Okay, Yahweh's judgment. The Lord is about to judge these nations in that land. It says, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. So the Lord is gearing this thing up. He's causing these things to happen behind the scene. All right, for this ultimate day right here, where they're all going to be over there in that land, in that region of the east, what people call the Middle East. They're going to gather in that region, and they're all going to go to fight, and the Lord's going to crack the sky before them and destroy them. Okay, it says multitudes, verse 14, multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of Yahweh is near in the valley of decision. So the Lord is about to make his appearance, his second coming. All right, and this is what he's gearing things up for. So that's why it says that the end is not yet. It's not going to come immediately after, because the Lord is just he's just preparing his coming. Okay, he's preparing his appearance. It says, the sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. The Lord also shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake. But the Lord Yahweh will be the hope of his people and the strength of the children of Israel. So the Lord's going to be with his people. We're going to trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. When this all comes down the pipe, the elect are going to be praying to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. They're not going to be rebuking Hezbollah or Israel in the name of Jesus. We're going to be praying to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay? And the Lord is going to come and deliver his people. He scripture says, as birds flying shall he defend Jerusalem. So if he destroy people in that land, he's going to come across the seas and he's going to destroy America. Okay? But it's going to start over there in the east. It says, so shall they know that I am the Lord Yahweh, your power dwelling in Zion, my holy mountain. Then shall Jerusalem be holy, and there shall no strangers pass through her anymore. So there you go. After this, ain't gonna be no more, wars and fights, Hassad and Hakah. That's madness, man. We're not gonna, ain't no nation gonna be able to pass through us again, or stand up against us again. This is gonna be the last hoorah for these nations, man. All right. Let me grab this right here. Let me grab this. Bear with me 1 second. It's a quick one in the spirit, man. What's the scripture? So like, you bear with me 1 second. Here we go. This is Jeremiah chapter 51. Jeremiah 51 verse 28. It says, prepare against her the nations with the kings of the Medes, the captains thereof, and all the rulers thereof, and all the land of his dominion. And the land shall tremble and sorrow. It's like it. And the land shall tremble and sorrow, for every purpose of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai shall be performed against Babylon, which is America. Okay. It says, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without an inhabitant. They're going to destroy America. All right. It says, the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holds. Their might have failed. Before Americans, they had this might. I was watching the video where the brother was going into it today, how you had Edomites that was lying about their age to go and fight in those wars, man. All right, now they don't want to fight. Now they want to, dress up like women and shit, man. Look at Mr. Beast's, friend. And that guy had a wife and children. This motherfucker dressing up like a woman, man. And then trying to talk to underage little boys and shit. Weird shit, man. So these Babylonians are through. It says, the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holes. Their might have failed. They became as women. They have burned her dwelling places. Her bars are broken down. So they became as women. All right. And that's what we see happening. These men, these Babylonians are, you got transgenders all in the military, man. You know, if a motherfucker don't know which bathroom to use or what gender he is, you think he gonna know whether to, you know, fight or flight in that day? We coming into that time where a lot of this stuff, you know, this facade of America being so strong and mighty, it's going to fade. All right, it's going to fade, and it's already fading. If you can, you know, see through the bullshit, we can tell it's already fading, man. This place is through. All right, this place is absolutely through. And with that, YAHAWASHI is about to destroy this place, man. All right, so we're hearing of these wars and these rumors of wars, but this, you know, this just means that we're getting closer to that day. All right, let me grab this. I had something else in mind, but it's escaped my mind. Lord, want to come back to me. If not, it's all good. You know, it's going to be a quick one in the spirit. You know, just a quick update. 2nd Ezra chapter 2, verse 13. Go and ye shall receive. Pray for a few days unto you, that they may be shortened. The kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch. So, hey, pray that we get out of here sooner than later. You know, this is exciting because we know that this means that our salvation is nearer than we believe. You know, hey man, let these devils go to war. Let them go out there and duke it out and, you know, destroy each other and ultimately get destroyed by the Lord. Because then we're going to be on top, man. You know, then it's going to be our turn to rule for eternity. All right, not for a little season. They're going to come back and we're going to fight. Nah, man, for eternity. This is the end. With that being said, I'm going to say shalom, come I pray the short lesson was edifying and hopeful elect. Shalom to 144,000. Shalom.